Welcome Brawlers, I'm the Hermit and today we are going to be playing a Korvold deck based around many different type of tokens. So, as a reminder, Korvold 5 mana, John Colors, a 4/4 flying, Dragon Noble. When he enters our attack, we sacrifice another permanent, and whenever we sacrifice a permanent, including Korvold himself, we put a counter on Korvold and draw a card. So we want to have many tokens we can sacrifice, and in particular we benefit a little bit from treasure tokens because we can sacrifice them to add the mana, and we also get the card draw as well. So we have stuff like Spiteful Banditry, Cosba's Crowner from Darwin Eclipse, Magda, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Tireless Provisioner, and we also have some ways to make food tokens. Peregrine Took makes tokens in addition to other tokens we are making already. Shatterfang makes a squirrel. Michelangelo the Heart, if we attack, we get a food token. And also from the turtle set, we get mutagen tokens from Mutagen Man. They sacrifice for free, so they work similar to the treasure tokens in that respect. And use makes us a mutagen token while also aiding on our opponent's graveyard. Then in the top end we have Ciatora, Old Nobone as both treasure makers, as well as big dragons we can get out of Magda. We are also trying the cloning of Shredder. It gives us 3 tokens that are copies of one creature in our graveyard. We have to exile it first, but for 6 we should get decent value either from one of our 4 drops, or if we happen to get Korvold in the graveyard, we exile it, send it to the command zone. No, actually we need to keep it under here, so we shouldn't exile it and send it to the command zone. So scratch that, we just try to get one of our 4 drops, or even Old Nobone, Ciatora, and the cloning of Shredder makes non-legendary copies. Then at 4 we have Toph, because if we want to Earthbend, that's also good enough to sacrifice for Korvold, since we get the land back when it dies. That's another reason to run Basing Say for this one. Then we have a decent amount of edges, so Icefield Explorer and Tireless Provisioner help us replay those lands, which we can keep sacrificing to get card draw out of Korvold. Similarly for Graveyard Hate and blue tokens in this case, we have Raven Eagle, Lord Skitter, and we have the Sephiroth Warren Soul Trader and Forsaken Miner combo. We can loop them infinitely, but each individual piece is going to work with Korvold regardless. So we like to see them. We are also trying Super Shredder and Rat King Bear Minister as ways to either get some value from our stuff sacrificing. Either our fetches or our treasure tokens, that's good enough to trigger both of them. Then we also have your classic, your mana dorks, but also Greedy Freebooter and Shambling Ghast as ways to have sacrifice fodder that also generate treasure. So that's the deck. Now let's head into the queue, get some variety of tokens, and have Korvold eat them all up. Giruda. For this one, we need Graveyard Hate, which I guess Death Rite Shaman can be. And Dios obviously is. But we might also need Instant Speed removal for the clones. I mean, so the clones cannot copy Giruda. So let's see. what we get. Peterland. Black mana. Forsaken Miner. Guess we want black. Maybe black. Green was better. Solar Transformer from opponent. Rail Grazer a little late. I guess we attack with all. Okay, some more ramp, which means Giruda is gonna come next turn. Is it too late? I guess maybe. Especially if they have a counter spell up here, which seems like they do. This might be Tails and it seems. No. Let's play the Grazer then. Fight the treasure, draw another card. Azul's Fury. Okay, Mystical Tutor. For Damnation. Well, damn. Okay, let's try this. I think I mentioned this is not actually a good play. So pay here. And we will put all these counters on mine. So as long as our opponent doesn't mill us out here, we can play last running instead of running off Redder. And because of the use, we're going to keep all these counters, even if the miner dies. Ooh, and that is a good one. Is Sakashima? Oh, they play the Brute Lord. I guess they can reanimate Sakashima, so. Yeah, that makes sense. Sacrifice. Okay. So they have a reanimate spell already. Find the Milos, we will find out. And it seems like they have just enough to beat us. They played this guy right here, Technomancer, so now they have more treasure. We should consider. And I guess I did misplay a little bit. Should have kept the use, but I wanted to be mana efficient. I didn't think they would get this kind of turn. So yeah, that was on me. Maybe we could have sniped the Brute Lord when at the moment they started reanimating. So, GG's. Goodbye. Sure, we like Obsessive Pursuit. Even though it might be offline for a couple of turns. But just getting eventually some life gain this isn't enough value. Okay, so opponent takes where is binding the old gods. Dismember, paying for life. Here, what do we want to do? I guess banditry. We get their emperor and also their token. We have mana up in case they want to play Devil, but it seems they want to Thoughtseize first. See what we are cooking. They take Jokmo instead of here. Let's play Super Shredder. A couple of cards. Okay, we get a 4/4. Opponent plays binding. Shredder. Get Korvold out. And that's right. We can eat some of our opponent's stuff. But we need to see if that's enough. Toxic Deluge. Okay. Play the Zealot, and I think we keep a couple of the clues. Right now opponent has less mana, less card, and less life than us. Okay, they go after the Zealot. But we are still just drawing cards out of the pursuit. So we are not too worried about it. And in case it isn't obvious, we are going to sacrifice the freebooter to get 2 treasures and a scry. Or I guess maybe just 1 treasure and a scry. Next to shield rate from opponent. Yeah, kind of don't want better funk here. It's Korvold, sack a clue. The attack, put 3 counters, gain 6 life. Goes down to 5. And again, we have all the mana we need. We have more mana, more cards, pretty much more of anything than our opponent. Yep, GG's. I don't know what happened there, but they conceded maybe an arena mistake, an arena bug or something. But we still take the win. GG's. I see. If they are the Oblivion Ring deck, doesn't look too good for us. But if we get one hit with Magda, we might be on the come up. Like Brood Astronomer, but I don't love it. Oop. Ragavan. Guess I spoke too soon. And we actually lose this one instead. Yep, it seems that's the case. So let's get another draw. If we get some removal for Ragavan, otherwise we will just lose. The Eldritch Edict, that would have helped. GG's. I guess they had a mana tithe there. So. Another win for Ragavan. Runet, that's going to copy some cheap creatures. And it seems they're going to start with that immediately. So let's hope we can remove it or also get some more value soon enough. Allosaurus Shepherd from opponent. Yeah, we kind of don't want that. Opponent plays a Quantum Riddler and Bridley Bill. Oop. And we just didn't draw out of this one. GG's, I guess. We have another chance at a rat, but we probably... Yeah, we need Toxic Deluge, but I don't think we can even pay for that reply. So GG's. Here I don't think Feral Push. Okay, seems like maybe actually Feral Push can do some work, but we count more on Terra Sunder. I guess they are just a value pile rather than Raph and Mikey with only a couple of creatures. So that's good news for us, but maybe not so much for our opponent. That was meant to be a treasure. Mana Flare, alright. So sorry about this one, opponent. Thank you for the mana though. We take it. Yep. We have a 6/6. And we are going to get a lot of food, I guess. Since we have enough food now, we can just sacrifice them to Peregrine Took, essentially drawing 4 cards out of the deal. One from Pippin and 3 from Korvold. So, GG's. I don't think I will like this game. But we have a chance to outpace Sugin, so maybe we win off of that. That is a creature. We need artifact removal, I think, to the obelisk. Let's see if we make it or if our opponent breaks it. I guess they need one more mana because of this making only for artifacts. So, okay. Yep, they give it to us. We take it. Like I said, we probably needed the artifact removal. Oh, but I guess they didn't draw a land here, so not only were they stuck on 6 mana, but also one of that mana they couldn't use for their commander. They could still draw cards with their bank booster, so I guess the fact that we had a bigger board than them and we were going to get to 6, so we also had multiple Scout Charm copies, so Gin doesn't exile them all. Yeah, the math did math in our favor, so good games to win. Right, let's begin with the hierarchy. Hierarchy of the Magic Universe has been flipped upside down. Is this a Thoughtseize? Nope. It's requiring Hex. Let's go for the Rat King, and if we get to the point of discarding to Kefka, we will tear away. But we might be in more trouble if we don't draw land number 3 here. Or in the next turn. We still have plays, but we would rather have more plays by getting land. Also, nice little synergy, getting mutagen tokens for the ooze. The opponent takes the bait. We grow our Rat King, replace the rat. So we do have the mana, well, the Lighted Halfling, which is kind of mana, but it's slow and we might need to kill the Emperor of Bones. Decisions. Okay, Brace and Borrower and the Ooze. Get a mutagen token. regrow the rat even more. Maybe we should have grown the Rat King with the second one, because they might be playing a Damnation or something. Yep. The Deluge especially makes it so that they need to pay even more life. So, makes sense. Opponent says it's Kefka time, which means we discard here. Yeah, here we just feed the cycle. To the archive while we are struggling getting to land number 4. Yep, okay, that memory lapse actually very annoying here. GG's. So if our opponent doesn't trigger their commander right away, we might get some value and kill it with finding the old code. It's very nice. And I guess we buff our bird. Although I guess they were already a target. Right, got go. Interland Sanctifier. I'm not sure what that accomplishes. So here let's binding on the cup. Do we want to offer the trade here? Okay, they take it. Good fortune unicorn. Actually, we might make some use of that ritual. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8 mana. Could be enough for Charifang plus. Yeah, because of Death Touch, we are going to open upgrades. They replay their commander, draw a card, make it a 4/4. Swords on Korvold. Push card so they get more mana. And I guess here we might consider wiping the board. Sure enough. Their biggest creature is a 6/6. Oh, we can pay 6 here. X equals 4. Okay, yeah. That's some math. We attack first. I guess that was instant speed. So there was no need to do all of that. Or at least we could have gotten a couple of extra points of damage, life loss. Jevetoons doesn't give counters. That one does. Right, the chip buff. Witch Enchanter to destroy the Mid-Cook Massacre. And so far we haven't actually gotten one single on tap with Korvold. Okay. Mostborn Hydra, not horrible. So I guess this is our best shot here. Ooh. Fightful Banditry. And that's going to be the game, thanks to Kazul's Fury. Just for good measure, we have another sack effect. And GG's opponent. Sacrifice Korvold, withdraw another card technically, but more importantly, our opponent is dead. Yeah, they were putting us off by making us by removing Korvold every turn, once, twice. But in the end, third time was the charm. GG's. And that's gonna be it for today. Let's end it up in a high note. And I will admit, first and foremost, that this couple of mythics can end up being a little clunky, so if you wanna switch it up, I would suggest adding some more either blood, food, or maybe even some treasure synergies. Otherwise, I think the deck really shines when it comes to going enough. Granted, we need to usually untap with Korvold, and that's where we go. We have the most explosive turns we can get, so it might be worth it to try out, or maybe play some either Swiftfoot Boots and Lightning Grips, or just the Grips because they are free. Haste is not as vital for Korvold, especially in the way Brawl is. You tend to not have enough fodder to go around, but Hexproof or Shroud definitely worth it. I guess Shroud has a little downside in that we cannot crack our mutagen tokens onto the creature that has Shroud, but if that creature is Korvold, then we can just sacrifice the tokens to Korvold's ability, so that shouldn't be too high of an impediment. Otherwise, I was happy with Rat King. Again, this is more because it's 1v1. If you are playing in Commander, definitely do not play the Rat King, he's not as good. And Super Shredder might be... he's good to okay here. And in multiplayer Commander, he just... if your opponents are playing Fate Lands as well as you, then he goes very, very tall, very, very quick. So, great card there. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm DJ Hermit, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.